What's up YouTube, this is Iris120 and today we are going to try yet again to beat episode 2 of Comix Zone. Hopefully this time I do not mess it up as badly as I did last time. You know what, I don't feel like dealing with you. Sorry I'm not really talking. There's not really a whole lot to say right now. I'm still just kind of in shock that I ended up having to redo this whole page. This is something that's actually probably going to happen a lot more going forward. But still kind of annoying. I know I'm saying too much. I'm sorry. So I picked up some nice milk right there. Let's go forward, see if we can get through this real quick. I think I went the wrong way last time. I think when I was given the option, I went down. I think I want to try right this time. I think that there's something a little different this way that'll help me a little more. There is also a super attack that you can do. I am not gonna... Ow. I am not going to use it very often, but oh, dang it. Well, I can't even get my thoughts together right now because this guy is sitting here. He's killing me right now. Alright, mention a little closer, see if I can get both these exploding boxes and him at the same time. I did, but it got me too. Not cool. Alright, now here's a little secret area. I think there's supposed to be dynamite here. Apparently Roadkill doesn't want to find it for me. Alright, so we're going to take our wrong button every single time. The knife is more useful here because we can use it and it won't kick us out of the tournament. I will say this was a lot easier, the control scheme was with the 6-button Genesis controller than the weird control scheme they have for the Xbox. Because in the Xbox you use the shoulder buttons and the Y button to use the weapons, which would be fine except for one problem. The one that's in the middle, which I would think would be the Y button, is actually controlled by the right bumper. Which just seems very strange to me. I always did really like how as you hit enemies, like, chips come flying off, and you've got the little comic book effects of like whack and pow and all that stuff coming on too. Oh, now this is an attack we haven't seen in this playthrough. But this is such a... I don't like fighting sticks. Come on. Come back to me, Roadkill. Alright, now this time I'm going to try and get through this without killing Roadkill. Alright, so that's the middle, so it's going to be right bumper. You know, I might actually figure this out before it's all said and done. That means I have no weapons for going through this section, which means my best bet is to just kind of try to get down here and hope for the best. I really don't want to die again. Please don't. If I die again, I'll probably just skip to the end of this level. Oh, finished downloading Peggle 2. Lordy, lordy, I'm in a lot of trouble right now. Yes, I know my health is low. I hope you're not telling me that I'm losing health by kicking these guys, because I don't know what else to do here. Okay, made it to the end of the level. That was way too close. Alright, and now we're up to 45%. We are pretty good close. We're about halfway through the game now, so... Oh, my low health carries over. Let me just get killed here. I think that it'll just reset me on this episode. Or this page. There's no point in even trying to go through with that little bit of health. Not with a boss fight in the level. Yes! Mortis, you're free! Go and wreak havoc on the world. You have like superhuman abilities in a comic book, but here I don't know if you will. Wow, that gave me 7% just getting into that page. I don't understand how this thing calculates. No! That is not cool. Well, I will get back there and I will bring you back when I do. That's pretty lame. Let's see if I can get through this without it. Oh, don't you dare kill me. I will be so mad at you. You can actually get pretty far with the boss like this. If you just, you can jump and just kick and completely counteract her attacks and fireballs.
Well done, Turner.
Wow, I barely made it through that with any health. I wonder how this must seem for the people who are watching from the crowd, just watching these guys just be drawn into existence. And the next question is, I mean, you know, when you really think about it, these are characters in a comic book. They do have lives. They do have an existence outside of just being cannon fodder for sketch, or they should if they're in a comic book that's written halfway decently. So, what are these guys' backstory? Now, I'd like to know that. I went ahead and cleared those two screeches off the screen and just hurt myself for some reason. Alright, now, you can sit here and you can attack this and waste a whole bunch of health, or you can do that. And then roll. The roll control is not as responsive on the 360 as it was on the Genesis for some reason, which makes this a very difficult thing to do. Roll! Thank you. It is nifty that Styx will sit here and electrocute him because that gives me a little extra help. If I can keep him distracted... Okay. What I want to do here is I want to use my milk. I know it's sweet tea. I've said it like 50 times. But Now, of course, the best thing you can do in this sequence is actually just let out your rat, because, like I said, these, whatever they are not very fond of roadkill, and they will pretty much instantly go off screen if you bring him in. Alright, now I believe if I go to the right, it's a time section where I'm trying to escape a fire, so down is our better choice. Okay, that is important for what's going to be going on in the next little section. When we get here, what we want to do is, I want to drop that down because there was a bear trap down here that will pretty much kill us actually, I don't know if it's an instant kill or if it just does a lot of damage. Alright, now right here we're fighting a sticks, but there's these punching bags in our way. And, you know, hitting them will do a bunch of damage to us. What do? Well, we sit here and we just patiently wait for him to destroy the bags for us. Not exactly the most exhilarating part of the level, but you know, you do what you gotta do. Alright. Let me see if roadkill will get me anything. No. Okay. Health? Yes. Okay. And this is one of the saddest moments in our playthrough. We are actually going to have to let roadkill down. He's going to activate the switch. We're going to go through. And we are in Kung Fung's chamber. This is the boss of the second episode. He is a bit of a pain at times. Not too bad once you get used to his attacks, but it's kind of hard when you miss jump. Because your jump is kind of... daggone. I'm just sitting here talking about how this guy isn't too bad, and then all of a sudden he, like, hits me 20 times. You don't want to get stuck by the wall when those attacks come through. And if you can get him to, bounce into his own fingernails, that does do a little bit extra damage. For the most part, if you can kind of stay centered when he's doing that fire and water unite attack, that is a little bit better than trying to get too close to a wall, because otherwise you're going to... Yeah, see? I got him into his own fingernails, so it's going to hurt him a little more than if I just hit him into the wall. Oh, no! He's decimating me with that attack for some reason. I am just missing him. Crazy. But even so, as you can see, that boss fight wasn't super difficult, and we were able to get through him pretty quickly. Alright, well, that is the end of episode 2. As you can see, we are at 60%. 60% of the game has been completed. Now, you may be wondering, you have 3 episodes, and you're at 60%. What's up with that? Well, the simple answer is that there's a good ending and a bad ending, and you get 100% if you get the good ending. But I think we're going to call it there for today, YouTube. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.